Hey yo, what's going on guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to use the Seafly Go app, and this is the app that I use with my Seafly Faith Mini. This is the app that they recommend you use, and hell yeah, let's get into this, man. So first of all, you're going to go into this screen, and you do kind of have to log in a little bit. There you go. You can see my little thing. I've only flown it in my house a little bit, which I'm probably gonna show you guys that later. But anyway, so when it would connect to your drone, when you have everything turned on, you would click on the connect guide, and it would ask you which drone you use. Now for this app, you can actually use two different types of drones by Seafly, which is the faith2 SE and the Faith Mini, which is what I have. And when you click them like now, it's just a little guide. Like it will tell you what to do and how to set it all up, you know. But anyway, so flight interface, here we go. So this is what you're going to see when you're flying your drone, right? I'm going to start from the top and work my way down. What's cool at the top on the left is it shows you the mode you're in and if you're connected, right? Like right now I'm disconnected and it's showing I'm in sports mode, which that's not true, you know. Then if we go along towards the right, we have the satellites, and right now I'm not connected to anything, so it's showing NA, you know, because there's 0 satellites. So in terms of satellites, for me, anything 5 and below is like kind of bad. Like you're gonna get a little bit of drift. Anything from 5 to 10 is okay. Anything from 10 to 15 is brilliant, and then anything above 15 is incredible, right? The next you have a little controller with an RC, as you guys can see, and that's basically the signal strength. As you fly away, that little Wi-Fi sign on top of the controller will go down, and when you fly out of range, it will do an automatic return to home sequence, which is pretty good. It has the battery of the drone, which shows NA beside the controller. You know, it has the battery, so you can see how much battery you have. And then that circle with the 100 in it, that's the controller's battery, you know. Beside that, we have some settings. We start off with the aircraft settings, which you can put a beginner mode, which actually puts a height limit and stuff on your drone, which is pretty, you know. I have it set to bind to the aircraft and the app, the controller, which is pretty cool. And you have all your calibrations. Then you have your obstacle avoidance settings. And then you have your controller settings, like your gimbal wheel sensitivity, your pairing to the aircraft, and your channel switching. The channel switching is basically if you're flying a little bit further than you normally do and there's a lot of cross signals, this helps with that. Then you have your battery settings. It tells you your voltage and your percentage, but the main setting I use that for is for my low power alarm, and I have it set to 30%, as you can see here. So once it's 30%, it'll give me a little warning, and then that will let me know it will let me know I have enough battery to definitely fly home, you know. Then you have some other settings, like find the aircraft. That's if your aircraft disconnects, you can press search and it will search for the signal from the drone. Like if it doesn't come back home, you know, if it just goes into a landing sequence type thing, if you run the battery out, that's a good feature. And you have all these different like grid patterns. So for example, you'd have this little grid going on, right? Let's go back into our settings here, and if you do this, it does a different type of settings with a box in the middle. I personally keep these off. I don't like having grids, you know. And then you have voice broadcast switch, which I don't know what that means. I've never used it. It came turned on, so I'm just going to keep it on, but I don't know what it does. I'm guessing it's something to do like with your voice, or maybe it talks to you. I don't know. So that's the top. On the sides, we have on the left our auto takeoff and our return to home. And then underneath that, we have a controller symbol, and that controller symbol is actually your different flight modes, right? So that would be your orbit mode, your follow me mode, your there's like a really cool effect it does where it like zooms out as it's looking at you. Not zooms, but it flies backwards as it's looking at you. It's pretty cool. And yeah, that's the left side. Then on the right side we have a zoom, which I'm moving right now. As you can see, on top of it, it has like a 1x, like you're not zoomed in, and it goes all the way up to 4x zoom. It is only a digital zoom though, like it's not like there's an actual lens zooming in and out, so I wouldn't recommend using that. I would recommend just when you're editing the video to actually, you know, zoom in the video. Then beside that we have the button that changes from video to photo. Then we have underneath that our shutter button. Then we have our video and photo settings, or camera settings. There isn't a drone connected to my phone right now, so it's just showing the video and photo resolutions, which is actually a good time to show you the video and photo resolutions. In terms of video resolutions, our max we can do is 4K, but it's only at 15 FPS, which, you know, is kind of bad. Then we have 2K at 25, which is the default, which it does okay. You know, it's not the greatest in the world. And it does also 1080p and 720 at also 25 frames per second. It would have been nice if it could get like a 60 frames per second on 1080p, but you know, whatever. Then we have a photo resolutions there. For me, the drone's going to be more for videography than photography, so it doesn't matter too much to me. And when you do connect your drone, you have a bunch of other settings as well. Like you can put it into, like you even have filters when you record, like black and white. You can put it in negative. You can change the white balance and all that good stuff. And yeah, and then underneath that, the settings, you have where you would look at your photos and videos. I have one photo here. I did test it in my room a little, in my house, you know, a little bit. I don't know why the language is in Chinese, but hey-ho. And you can also do your videos from there. Let's have a little look here. It is actually nice and smooth for 25 frames per second. This is one of the better 25 frames per second videos I've seen. I actually didn't realize I was recording until I did that little wave. So that's pretty cool. Now I show the drone like in flight, you know, in the mirror. Boom. The optical flow on this system, on this drone, could be better. I will be honest with you, but we'll ignore that for now. There we go. Hell yeah. Okay, so we're gonna, and you can also enter the SD card from here if you're connected to the drone. I personally just record back to my phone, but hey-ho. So now we've done the sides. Now time for the bottom, going from left to right. On the left we have our Google Maps, and that would be how you would set like your waypoints and things, you know. Then you have your different speeds and distances. So for example, there's horizontal speed and vertical speed, and that's how fast you're going in the vertical and horizontal axis. Then you have your home distance and your actual just distance. Oh no, your height and your distance. My apologies, guys. So that would so the height would tell you you're like 30 feet above the ground, and then the distance would say you're 0.7 miles away, type thing, you know. And then on the left, after that, we have your gimbal and your SD card. And the gimbal, it tells you the exact angle of which your gimbal is pointing, you know. So for example, if your gimbal's all the way up, which is flat, you know, straightforward, it would say 0 degrees. And as you go down, it will say like 15 degrees, 20 degrees, 45 degrees, 90 degrees if you're looking straight down, you know. And then you have your SD card, which shows you how much storage is on the SD cards, you know, and how much storage is free, you know. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, that's how the app is. I believe it's the same like for whichever drone you have, whether it's the 2 or the mini, or 2SE or mini, sorry. And yeah, I did try the other app that works with the drone called the Enjoy Fly 2 app, and for me, whenever I would record, the video would be very choppy, like very laggy, like it would cut bits out. So, you know, it's so I'm going with this app for now. If I do find an app, you know, that does a bit of a better job, I'll probably will go for it. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys learned a little bit about the app. My next video should be me flying the thing. And yeah, remember to like, subscribe, and I will see you all later. Peace out, guys.